Hi, this is Janie and welcome to Janie's Journals. Today I am working on day 3 of the Dephemerember 2022 prompt list from Louisa Heinzel and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. Today's prompts are bright colors, journaling card, and penguin is our animal. This is the cute little penguin that they supplied to us. And I was kind of looking around because I wanted to have options. Always want to have options. I found a smaller one, and I have this book. It's called the Antiquarian Sticker Book. I found the cutest little penguins in here, these two guys. And I think they're really cute. And I kind of want to use these, but we're going to see how things progress. I'm not necessarily a bright color kind of person, but I'm willing to try it for this. I'm going to gather a few more things. What I've been able to find is I found this tissue and I really like it. It's got some gold in it, but I do think that the colors are really not real bright, but they're definitely brighter than I normally work with. And I found this frame. It's just a cheap little, it's not even a heavy cardstock frame. And I thought, well, that would be cute to put the penguin like in a doorway or something. The only thing is, I'm not crazy about this frame. So I thought I would trace around this one and make my own frame. And so far, this is what I've come up with. And now I don't know if I want to cover this with my tissue paper and put the penguin behind it. It also has to have a journaling card or be a journaling card. So I've got to weigh a few more options here. Okay, this is what I have come up with. This tissue paper kind of made me think of Morocco. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the colors or the design on it. And I found some heavier cardstock that matches it really well. But I also found this. And it's very bright. But the colors of these two together, I really like that. So, and I could do all three of them together. They certainly go well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the door frame and then kind of go from there, because I don't know if I want this to be a piece in the background or this in the background and cut my door frame out of this. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to get there. So now I've got this frame cut out. I kind of boogered it up right here because it's a lot thicker than what I realized. And I cut out another section of the frame out of that tissue paper that I like. And I'm thinking these on this background, I think that's going to be really pretty. So now I gotta figure out, I'm gonna figure out, okay, I'm gonna look first for a page in the book to put it in so that I know how much of this background I can actually use. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this one, this penguin, and I will turn it into a journaling card that can just be slid down here. So I'm going to kind of work those details out now. Okay, so I'm going to try to find a page to put this in, and I got to looking at it. I said I wasn't a bright colors kind of girl, but these colors actually match my journal. I mean, perfectly. So I am going to look for a page to put them in, and that will kind of tell me, oh, that one would be good, wouldn't it? So once I find the page I'm going to put it in, that will tell me how much of this background I'm going to be able to use. And actually, it's going to be quite a bit of it. I like that. Okay. And let me look here, because it looks like the only thing that's going to show is the bare corners of the paper here. So now I'm thinking, why waste that pretty yellow paper if I'm just going to cover it up? So let's find a different page that is kind of plain. That one might work there. Okay, yep. So I'm going to cut this out to be the background on this page, and then I will use this as basically, I guess, as a pocket. I'm going to turn this into journaling card, and that's where it's going to go. So I'm going to work on all that. All right, that is ready to be put on the page. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and put the tissue paper on the door frame. And what glue will I use with that? I think I'm just going to use a glue stick. I think that would be good enough. The edges are kind of whitish, I guess, so I am going to run around that with ink, some distress ink. And then I'm going to stick this on. I'm going to use my, I've got one of these sanding blocks, so I'm going to kind of sand the edges and then I'll ink the edges again. So that's my next step. I decided after looking at it that when I cut it, I took off a lot of the gold that was on there, and I really like that. So I have this metallic marker. Instead of going around the edges with the distress ink, I think I'm going to use this marker to bring some of that gold back. That, that hid the edges, but it didn't necessarily bring much of the gold back here. I'm going to be really brave, and I'm going to try to outline the outside edge here. with the marker. So wish me luck. Okay, that definitely brought some of the gold back. So now for the tag. For the journaling card, I'm going to have to probably cut this down so it will fit behind here, but I'm also going to have to put it on something a little sturdier than what I have here. Let's see, I want to center him. Let's see, what if I do like this? I'm just thinking, I'm trying to get it centered. I'd love to get everything in there, but I don't know how I could do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to mark this so that I know kind of like the limit as far as how tall I can make it and everything. Well, speaking of how tall I'm going to make it, it's going to have to go up above here so that I can pull it out. Or I guess I could put a tag on the, or a tab on the side of it. I'll have to figure that out. But this looks like a good position for the penguin. And then I may try to cut as much of the information out as I can to add to it. And as far as backing the paper, you know what? I have, where is it at? I have something. Give me just a second and I'll find it. Found it. I had got some new gold paint the other day. I got this, it's antique gold by Folk Art, and I was just spreading it around. That's what this right here is. This is my regular, it's a metallic gold, and I think it's also Folk Art brand. But I was just spreading them on this paper to see, you know, what the difference was between the antique and the metallic. And speaking of gold paint, I got kind of fancy the other day, and I decided to order some of the Van Gogh gold that Barbara uses on 49 Dragonflies. So I found this on Amazon. It was like $4.95 and I got it. Look at that. It is just this little bitty, I don't even know how you get that out of there. It is a watercolor. So I guess it's, I've never used anything like this. So I'm guessing what it is. Let me open it and see. I think what it is a cube of water paint that you can put in your palette. Yep, that's what it is. It's this little cube, but for $4.95, I was so surprised. I probably need to read the descriptions a little bit better when I order things like this. But I'm sure I'll use it because it's even shinier than either one of these two, and it's more of a deep gold like the antique is. Anyway, back to our penguin friend. I'm going to use this to back, well, I don't know now, because that's not going to be thick enough paper. I need cardstock. Maybe that's what I can use this for, because I had that out and it's going to match here. That's what I'm going to do. I will just use this, and then the back of it can certainly be journaled on. So I am going to put my tag together now. I don't like the brown roses, but I want this to be the back side of the tag so it can be journaled on. So I'm going to play with some paint, and I'm going to see if I can kind of match these colors. Well, in my, where did my frame go? There it is. I want to match these colors in this background. So I'm going to play with that. I'm actually going to try out some of these Lindy sprays and just see where I get with those. While I'm at it, I'm going to try some of the new Van Gogh watercolor and see how that does. Okay, I like that better. I think that's gonna go with the rest of it, and I even splattered the back with some gold, and I do like that color. All right, moving on. Now I'm gonna see what I can do about putting some of the Dephemerember information on there as well. So we're gonna have him, let's get him lined back up. I think my marks are still there. Yep, but I got it upside down. Okay, so he's got to be on there like this in order to fit in there and still have enough pull here to get this in and out. So that's where he's gonna go. So I have just enough room down here to put the Dephemerember information. Let's see. That's not all gonna fit there. It's just, I'm gonna use just this little portion of it. And I'm realizing my tag is kind of crooked, which it won't really matter, but okay, let's see. I can't really, okay. And that's too long, so I'm gonna have to find something. Oh, I remember. When I was looking through the book that I had found those penguin stickers, I found a quote in there. I don't know what I did with it though. Goodness. Let me track that down. Yeah, let me track that down. Okay, get this out of the way. So I found this quote. It says, "Add more colors to your life. Enrich your existence with every kind of oddities." Mehmet Murat Ildan, and it was in my sticker book. So I'm thinking about adding it here onto the tag. I'm going to cut these apart and see if they're going to fit. It fit. So now we're going to work on putting our frame down. But before I do that, I have got to go add some glue to my bottle. I'll be right back. Okay, we are filled up and ready to go. So I'm going to start. I'm thinking I may do just some light splashes on this as well. I'm going to do some of the gold, and I'm going to do a little more of the turquoise. So let me get that going. Okay, I think that will do it. That is a pretty color of gold. All right, now we're going to try to make this as straight as possible. All right, let's see. Yep, well, oh gosh. I've got it too narrow, doggone it. Well, I'm just going to have to cut another piece of this card and make it just a little bit wider. I don't know how I got my measurements off that much, but I sure did. I am not liking that. New plan. that was not going to go in there no matter what I tried. So I am making a couple of gussets, I think is what they call these. And I'm going to put those in there to give my tag a little more room. Okay, let's try this. And now the trick is going to be to try to line it back up where I had it so that it covers the pieces where the paper tore when I was taking the first one off. Okay, so I'm going to line this up there like I did before. I'm going to line these up as even as I can, and there they are. Now once again, we're gonna clamp it down and let it dry, and hopefully this time I'll actually be able to, oh goodness, this time I hope I get to put my tag in there. Okay. Oh, see, now they fit before and they're not now. Okay, give me a minute. All right, the moment of truth. Oh, I hope this worked. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, it's in. It's going down too far. I don't have a stopper at the bottom. What is wrong with me? I don't have anything to stop it down here. After completely finishing this video and editing it and everything, I decided I was going to have to go back in and fix this page. I just could not leave it like that. So what I ended up doing, I put this piece on the bottom, which is a stop for the tag. It won't go any further than that. And I also put this piece of trim on the top to use to kind of pull it out. And I also, for the third time, added more cardstock to make it even a little bit wider. So now it actually goes in, it stops, and you can pull it back out. So I'm better with it the way it is here. So that does it for day 4, Dephemerember 2022, and I will catch you on the next one.